Hi, welcome to lesson 1 of simultaneous equations. Today we're looking at sketching straight lines. Firstly, we're going to do some questions for revision. So please pause for a moment and do these questions into your jotter. Okay, question 1. What does BODMAS stand for? So hopefully everyone remembers this. This is the order in which we do calculations. So we would do brackets first, then order or of, that would be the power of a term, or for example, a percentage or fraction calculation. We do divide next, then multiply, then add, then subtract lastly. For question 2, we're asked if A equals 3, B equals 4 and C equals -1, find the value of 2A plus C. So our method here is called substitution. We replace the letter with the appropriate number. So 2A add C becomes 2 times 3 add -1, which is 6, subtract 1. Remember, we need to remember our signs, our rules for signs. So a plus and a minus gives us a minus. So our final answer is 5. For 5C, add A. We get 5 times -1, add 3. So 5 times -1 is 5. So -5. So it's -5 add 3. So our final answer is -2. For 3B, subtract 2C, we have 3 times 4, subtract 2 times -1. So 3/4 give us 12, but -2 times -1 gives us +2. So we end up with a final answer of 14. For question 3A, we have two equations. So firstly, 2A add 8 equals 18. Remember, our method for solving equations is change the side, change the sign. So we need to take the add 8 over to the right hand side and it becomes subtract 8. So 2A equals 10. Now we divide by 2 and A equals 5. For 5C, subtract 14 equals 26. We take the subtract 14 over to the right hand side and it becomes add 14. So 5C equals 40. Now we divide by 5 and C equals 8. Right, let's look at today's lesson. So today we're looking at sketching the graphs of straight lines, and by the end of the lesson we should be able to find coordinate points on the line and plot the points and complete the sketch of each line. So firstly, pause your video please as we go and copy the notes and examples into your jotter. So to sketch a straight line, we only need 2 points on the line. The easiest points to find are on the X and Y axes. What we need to remember though is any point on the Y axis has an X coordinate of 0 and any point on the X axis has a Y coordinate of 0. These two last statements are extremely important in our method. So let's look at an example. So example 1, sketch the line y equals 2x minus 4. So we're going to use the fact that on the y-axis, the x coordinate is 0. So we substitute x equals 0 into the equation of the line. So at x equals 0, the equation y equals 2x minus 4 becomes y equals 2 times 0, subtract 4. Now 2 nothings are nothing, so that simplifies to y equals -4. So if the x coordinate is 0, the y coordinate is -4. And that gives us 0, -4. We do a similar thing for the x-axis this time. So on the x-axis, the y coordinate is 0, so we substitute y equals 0 into the equation of the line. So at y equals 0, the equation of the line becomes 0 equals 2x minus 4. So we need to do a little bit of rearranging here. So if we swap the left-hand side with the right-hand side, so we're working left to right, so the equation just reads 2x subtract 4 equals 0. take the -4 across and it becomes +4, so 2x equals +4, so x equals 2. So in this case, when the y coordinate is 0, the x coordinate is 2. So remember, we always write a coordinate with the x first and then the y second. So this coordinate would be 2, 0. Now what we do is we take those two coordinate points, we draw a coordinate grid, we plot both the points, and we draw the line and label the sketch. So you'll see this on the next slide. Okay, so our coordinates were 0, -4 and 2, 0. Remember, when you plot a coordinate point, you start at the origin, which is in the centre. You go horizontally first and then vertically. So 0, 4 is telling us to start at the origin, go 0 along, and go -4 down. So that would be on the y-axis. 2, 0, so start at the origin, go along to +2, and then we're not going up or down at all, so there's our second coordinate point. With a ruler, we draw a line through those points, and we label it with the equation of the line, which is y equals 2x minus 4. Here's a second example. So sometimes the equation of the line can be written differently, but the method is still the same. So this time we've been asked to sketch the line of x plus 2y plus 2 equals 0. So on the y-axis, the x coordinate is 0. So at x equals 0, the equation of the line becomes 0 plus 2y plus 2 equals 0. So again, we simplify and rearrange. So 2y is equal to, take the plus 2 over to the right-hand side and it becomes -2. And then divide, so y is equal to -1. So our coordinate point this time is 0, -1. On the x-axis, the y coordinate is 0. So the equation becomes x plus 2 times 0 plus 2 equals 0. Simplifying this again, we end up with x plus 2 equals 0. Remember, two nothings are nothing, so that's disappearing. Take the plus 2 over, and we end up with x is equal to -2. So the x coordinate first, -2, and the y coordinate second, 0. Following the same steps again, draw a coordinate grid, plot both points, draw the line and label the sketch. So on the next slide you'll see this. So our coordinates are 0, -2, 0, -1, and -2, 0. So 0, -1, start at the origin, we don't go along anything, we just go down -1. There's our first coordinate point. -2, 0, start at the origin, go along to -2, and then we're not going up or down. Draw the straight line using a ruler and label the equation. Okay, that's it for examples. Now it's your chance to have a go at some questions. So go to posts or files on the team to get today's exercise and answers. Complete the questions into your class jotter. Make sure you show all your work in, and please use your ruler for drawing your coordinate grids and your straight lines. Then remember to check and correct your work at the end, please. Thank you.